Hello and welcome back to Crazy Gamer Models. How's everybody doing today? It is finally a JagdTiger update. It's been a while, but I have received what I was waiting for. I did a tool review video on this Polisher Pro 3 from Mr. Hobby, and it has arrived and it has worked magic. So, JagdTiger, that's what we're doing here. Let's take a look at what we're building. And here we go. We got, starting here on finishing up, we got the road wheels done. Remember, we built the engine and transmission already. So we're going to start with these idler wheels here. I filled all these with Mr. Surfacer and sanded them. They're all better looking now. There were some little sink marks in there, or injector pins, but I think they're going to be fine and not going to be seen. So what I'm going to do for surface on there, don't worry about that, that was my video. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of this Mr. Cement Deluxe and lock that in place right like so. Then I'm going to take just a little bit of extra thin and flow it around there. Just like so. So that's the first. That is this section here. And now we need to put this side, which had a bunch of injector pins. So now we're going to put that like that, test fit it. We're going to put a little bit of the Mr. Hobby Cement Deluxe. I normally don't use this on my 1/35th scale models, which you should check out. I'm doing a Panther. But for this 1/16th scale, it seems to be very helpful. So now I'm just going to come in here. I'm not quite, my brush isn't quite long enough. So I'm going to use some of this Flexifile plastic weld with a brush to get in there. So I'm going to put that in there. Then I just have a small brush here. Dip in there. And then I'll be able to brush that along there like so. Get a nice strong joint. Put that back, put the lid back on. So basically this is the idler wheel. As you can see, 1/16 scale. It is quite large. Sorry about the burn on my thumb. Burns happen. So that is the idler wheel. Now I'll build the other one off camera. Now we're going to build this sprocket. We have the inside sprocket and the outside sprocket. As I stated in a previous video, they were bad. Ejector pins all along the outside here, all inside here. I got them mostly cleaned up. I think they'll be fine. I'm going to have to do a little bit of work in here with some Mr. Surfacer 1000 probably. But I'm going to get this glued up again. The Mr. Cement Deluxe. I know some people will say, oh, well, you're using the Mr. Cement Deluxe, you don't need the extra thin. But just in case there's a dry spot where it didn't get glue, I like to make sure with the extra thin. Now this is a pretty old kit, and it half of it is even older than the actual kit itself, because it has a lot of the JagdTiger sprues in it, and these sprockets are from the JagdTiger. So put a little bit in there also. So there we go. So we have the sprocket done. I need to make two. I'll make the other one off camera. So we have the two sprockets glued up and ready to go. Now we need to make this right here, L13 and L10. So this one is L13, and we need to Now, I cleaned all these parts up. They take a long time to clean up because there's mismatched molds and all that stuff. But other than that, it's a pretty good kit. So, I'm going to take this, and then this is going to go on there like that. There's no key or anything like that. So I'm just going to do my best to hold the part and line it up in accordance with this part right here. I mean, it's a poly cap, so I don't think it matters on that part. But I'm going to do it anyways. So with this, I'm just going to hold it in place. About like that. I'm going to flow in some extra thin. Just like that. Now, my other videos on the channel, they're just quick little build update videos. And if I come across a problem, I'll walk through that. But this one is a build series where I actually am showing most of the building process. I won't be showing the airbrushing process because I don't have the means to do that. But the building process and any brush painting and things like that, I will show. The video, I'll try not to make the videos too long, but there will be a lot of videos in the series. Also, there will be some giveaways halfway through the build when this lower haul is done. I'm going to do a giveaway of a grab bag of some modeling supplies. You know, just some of my favorite tools. I'm going to put in a box and mail them out to the winner. And all you got to do to qualify is subscribe to the channel, leave comments in the description of these videos, and share the videos online. Give me a like. If you share the video, let me know in the comments, and you get entries into the drawing. So the more more comments, and you comment, you like, you subscribe, you share the video, and you let me know. Also, engaging with other people who make comments will earn you points in the giveaway. So next we're working with the lower hull now. So we have those two pieces, and we'll go ahead and put those on. So if we hold the hull, I'm gonna have to back the camera up here to get this all in shot. So we have the hull like this. B is gonna go right in there like that. So that's going to go right in there. It's not the best fit in the world. I already see an ejector pin that I missed. So for that, I just take one of my FlexiFile sticks, knock it down a little bit. So hopefully it'll sit flat now. Had this problem with a lot of parts on this kit. So, let's see here. Okay, let's check that. Alright, so I'm going to glue this down. I like how they put the flame cut texture in this housing, and then you cover it right up. It's weird stuff like that. I guess you could build it with, a cutaway to show that, but that's not. There's also going to be some minor corrections that I'll be making to this kit based on some reference books and photos I have. I'm going to put a clamp on this a little here. I'm going to put a clamp on this, hopefully. No, it's not going to fit. So, I'm going to squeeze it on, and I'm going to run a little extra thin in there. And as you can see, there's gaps. If it's visible, I will fill it with Mr. Surfacer and run a Q-tip across it, and it will fill the gap after the Mr. Surfacer dries. I'll run a Q-tip across it and take away most of the bulk of it, and then it'll be reasonably filled. But there is some weld texture around there that I don't want to lose, so I have to be careful. Where these units were welded on, I'll show you right there. There's weld texture in there. Get the brush and dust it away. There's weld texture all in there where these were welded on. I don't want to lose any of that, so I have to be very careful. If you're not familiar with any of my other builds, build a few different things. I do reviews of kits. I'm interested in building a kit with no paint this time, just doing pure building technique. If you're interested in something like that, mention it in the comments if you want to see that. And if, a couple people say they're interested in seeing something like that, I'll put up a poll on the kits that I have. And you guys can vote. As always, it'll be between 2 aircraft and 2 armor pieces. 48 scale aircraft, maybe some 32nd aircraft, and some 135th tanks. So we have those 2 pieces on. Now, let me show you my part tray here. This is my parts tray that I have everything organized and labeled on. So we will build the sub-assemblies on this paper. This thing is huge, and it takes up a lot of space. So I'll move that there, and we will build. Well, let's put these L8s on and get this outside of this hull done. So that would be these pieces here. So we're gonna just brush this like so. I already test fitted these. A little extra thin. Another reason using the thicker glue is you would be flowing so much extra thin into these joints. You'd be going through some serious extra thin bottles. I normally, I'm a big fan of the extra thin quick setting, but it's more expensive, it's harder to get, and I use it very sparingly. To me, extra thin, I can buy a case of that dirt cheap, but the quick setting is hard to get in my area. I think I'm probably at my hobby store. I'm the only one that uses it because like once every month or 2, a bottle will show up and I'll be the one who buys it. But my store is not too fan on special ordering things like paint and glue, and because I wanted some Stino Res by Badger, which I don't want anymore. I found something better, but I wanted some of that, and they wouldn't order it for me. Thought that was funny. And I'm sure their supplier sells it. I'm in America, and it's an American, I believe it's an American company, Badger. So I would think they would be able to get it. So, I'm not sure. So yeah, this is a 1/16 JagdTiger. It is by Trumpeter. I don't have the kit number off the top of my head. I've had to take a break from this because I had ordered some stuff and it had not come in yet. So I'm going to add this in there. At the bottom, that is JC15. That is a specific JagdTiger sprue. Now, this hole here I guess it had a sprue tree on it down there, and it looks someone stuck a piranha in there and chewed it away because it was horrid, and that was the best I could clean it up. I'm gonna try if it's visible, I'm gonna fix it with some filler. So let us move on to this piece here. So we have JA19 and JE27, and we will glue that on here, like so. I'm also looking to start some aircraft builds. I've been wanting to build aircraft for a while. It's just started on a Special Hobbies Tempest Mark II. Yeah, it's a Mark II, and it's going together. Like I have the dashboard all deckled up, but the filming of it is not working. I don't know why. Now we're going to put in JD12, and that is going to go on these lugs right there like that. So I'm going to actually I'm going to use a different glue for this. I'm going to use this. This is Faller Expert. This stuff is fantastic for little holes like this. Just dab a little bit in there like that. Like so. And we'll place this down on there. Like that. And now I will hold it down and run. This time I'll use the quick set. As I hold it down, I will flow some of this quick set in there. I'm sure regular Tamiya would have worked just fine, but I don't want to sit there and hold it on camera for a minute or two. Just run this in there. Alright. So that is JD12. Now we will go ahead and put this on now, which matches up with that. So I would use the cement, the Mr. Hobby Cement Deluxe. Oh, switching glues like crazy, guys. Sorry. Reinforce it with some Tamiya. Alright. That is that piece on there. And now we need this H6, which uses these lugs here. Now this section here is what ducts the heat from the drive system in the front of the tank out the back through the exhaust in the exchange. And I'm going to put it on backwards. Look at that. And is it going to fit? Sorry to take it out of camera like that, but I couldn't see. So there we go. Now I'm going to flow some extra thin in. Now I prime with Mr. Surfacer 1500, sometimes 1200. These mild scratches in here from sanding out all these ejector pins, I'm actually going to prime with 1000. So it'll take all those out. And then I'll rub it back with some sandpaper in the rough areas. So that's this section of the hull right here. That's this whole area done right here. So now let's move on to this section here. So we have this. So, well, this video is already 20 minutes. So we finished this section here. So in the next video, I will move on to this section, and I will talk about these ribs in this section and the stuff you have to remove. So I don't want to make these too long. So that is what we have done so far. So we did our sprockets, our idler wheels, and we worked on this section of the lower hull. And off camera, I filled and sanded a lot of ejector pins. On just a pro tip on this Mr. Hobby Polisher Pro 3, it comes with sandpaper that are sticky. Refills are expensive, but I use this Duragold auto body sandpaper that's peel off sticky, and I just cut a piece off and stick it on there, and it's automotive paper, so it does an excellent finish even when you're sanding paint. Little tip at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below to enter the giveaway. Like, subscribe, and share for more entries into the giveaway. For Crazy Gamer Models, I am the Crazy Gamer. You guys have a fantastic day.